I have this huge platform on The View, and I just started thinking about giving voice to the voiceless.
I'll create an opinion or some kind of a point of view based on my own life, my own experience as a parent.
And our family never talked about it.
When an uncomfortable truth for Sunny Hostin confronts your deepest beliefs, what do you do? Known for her fervent advocacy and moral clarity, the response was given in the most unexpected and public way possible, on live television. After a shocking genealogy revelation turned into one of the most explosive moments in The View's history, Sunny found herself at the center of a whirlwind controversy that included her own family's hidden history, a heated on-air confrontation with Joy Behar, and even a $100 million lawsuit filed by Melania Trump. By the end, you'll be left wondering if responsibility starts at home, or, by criticizing Confederate monuments and exposing structural racism, Sunny Hostin has established herself as a fearless voice on racial justice and historical concerns. Although she rarely holds back,
things changed during a Finding Your Roots program on the public broadcasting service. The bombshell Sunny's expression showed her disbelief when she learned that her third great-grandfather owned slaves. But rather than launching into her typical criticism, what followed caught viewers off guard. For the moment, Sunny dismissed it as a fact of life, but her response caused her audience to tremble. Others, including devoted admirers, criticized what they perceived as a double standard, that someone so outspoken about holding others accountable should be so ready to brush aside her own family's history, while others sympathized, stating that dealing with such revelations is difficult.
Experience as a person in the industry, and then we go from there.
View. And I just started thinking about giving voice to the voiceless. What some people don't know about me is they know I'm a prosecutor, but I'm from the South Bronx projects. Like, I'm really just a everyday person. And I remember when I was 7, my uncle was in front of me. You know, I have this huge platform on The View, and I just started thinking about giving voice to the voiceless.
Sunny was accused of hypocrisy by Swift's detractors, who were led by Greg Gutfeld of Fox News. Gutfeld drew attention to the fact that Sunny frequently chastises public figures for ignoring history, but here she was sidestepping her own ancestral connection to slavery. Think pieces. Others, however, weren't so forgiving, framing her dismissal as a glaring contradiction. Days after Sunny's revelation, a new scandal with legal ramifications emerged, dominating the news. Melania Trump filed a $100 million defamation lawsuit for remarks she said hurt her reputation. The case's details were unclear, but media narratives somehow started connecting the lawsuit to the turmoil. Making a brew on The View, Greg Gutfeld is a man who never passes up a chance. Using Sunny's response and Melania's lawsuit as instances of divergent attitudes to accountability, he brought the two tales together on his show. Behind-the-scenes tensions at The View started to simmer as producers feared that the dual controversies might alienate advertisers or overshadow the show's other segments. However, no one could have predicted what would happen next. A live confrontation that would leave audiences stunned. While Melania was pursuing legal action to protect her name, and Sunny was avoiding her own family's dark past.
I definitely am a journaler, so I did that piece, and I also just sort of sat down and dictated a lot of my memories, and I just started from the beginning. I started from my childhood in the South Bronx project.
It all culminated in what appeared to be a typical section about notable figures dealing with legal issues. Visibly irritated, Sunny made a cryptic comment regarding some co-hosts spreading stories that provided support for litigation directed at Joy Behar during her speech. Everyone in the audience felt that a line had been crossed in a courteous but strong manner. As Joy's eyebrows shot upward, Joy requested clarification from Sunny, and the result was a heated exchange in which Sunny doubled down, suggesting that Joy's remarks and jokes had stoked the fires that led to Melania's lawsuit. Joy wouldn't have it, and she calmly but devastatingly reminded Sunny of how frequently she had used The View's platform to demand accountability before. When the studio went silent, Sunny appeared visibly shaken, her usual poise slipping. The knockout was a moment of unfiltered, raw television that went viral quickly, igniting yet another round of online debate. How can you criticize others so harshly while ignoring your own family's history?
For me, the two moments are connected in a couple of ways, but I decided to become a prosecutor because I saw my uncle in front of me. And I saw that he didn't seem to matter to the police.
Parents, I'm not saying that just because they're here, but I think in many respects they were teenagers and, they ended up with this kid who was very inquisitive. My mother was studying to be a teacher, so she did a lot of her lesson plans on me. And so by the time I was 4, I was reading the New York Times. And so that sounds crazy, but that's how we lived.
Social media was ablaze with reactions in the aftermath, with some applauding Joy for taking a stand against Sunny's alleged hypocrisy, and others accusing her of blindsiding a colleague who was already dealing with personal revelations. Rumors circulated that tensions behind the scenes at The View had reached a breaking point, and producers reportedly held emergency meetings to try to defuse the situation while making sure the controversy didn't completely ruin the show. Greg Gutfeld, meanwhile, gleefully replayed the incident on his show, claiming it was evidence that Sunny's moral high ground wasn't as stable as it seemed. Does it make sense to expect public leaders to scrutinize their own lives as much as they scrutinize others, advocate for moral issues while being imperfect yourself, and consider how to strike a balance between the need for accountability and empathy for others' hardships? Some admirers felt unsettled because Sunny did not fully answer her critics' concerns, although later acknowledging that the revelation about her ancestor was difficult to digest. While everything was going on, Joy maintained her remarks that you cannot ask people to look in the mirror during interviews if you are not willing to do the same.
That's unbelievable. But this is inspired by the summer that you spend at the beach with your family. So what is it like to share that time with your children?
It's amazing. I mean, there are only 3 places in the country where Black folks were allowed to summer on the beach.
Not just another talk show argument. The Sunny versus Joy showdown highlighted the difficulties of live television, personal accountability, and the demands of being a public figure in the internet age. It left viewers wondering, can someone who demands accountability? It's your chance to weigh in now. Was Joy correct to criticize Sunny, or did she go too far? What does this instance illustrate about the delicate balance between advocacy and personal vulnerability? Share your opinions with us in the comment section below.